Have you ever felt like life has thrown you one curveball after another? Like you've been betrayed, forgotten, and left in the darkest of places? If so, the story I'm about to share is for you. It's a tale from thousands of years ago, but its message is as relevant today as it ever was. This is the incredible story of Joseph, a journey from a pit of despair to the pinnacle of power, from a forgotten prisoner to the governor of Egypt. Let's travel back in time. Meet Joseph, a young man, the favorite son of his father Jacob. He was blessed with a vibrant coat of many colors and even more vibrant dreams. Dreams that hinted at a future where his family would one day bow to him. But these dreams, shared perhaps a bit too eagerly, sparked jealousy, not admiration, in his 10 older brothers. Their resentment grew until, one day, it boiled over. In a moment of shocking betrayal, they threw him into a pit and sold him into slavery. Imagine the heartbreak, the confusion. His own flesh and blood had cast him away for just 20 pieces of silver. Joseph's journey takes him to Egypt, a foreign land with foreign gods. He's sold to Potiphar, the captain of Pharaoh's guard. Now, here's where we see the first glimpse of Joseph's incredible character. Instead of sinking into bitterness, he excels. He works so diligently and with such integrity that Potiphar puts him in charge of his entire household. Everything Joseph touches seems to prosper. It seems like his fortune is finally turning around. But adversity wasn't finished with him yet. Potiphar's wife takes notice of the handsome and capable young man. She tries to seduce him day after day, but Joseph, firm in his integrity and his devotion to God, refuses her advances. He says, "How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" Scorned and furious, she retaliates. She falsely accuses him of the very thing he refused to do. Without a fair trial, without a chance to defend himself, Joseph is thrown into prison. From the pit to a prestigious household, and now back down into a dark, forgotten dungeon. It's in this prison, the lowest point of his life, that Joseph's true gift begins to shine. He isn't just a dreamer, he can interpret dreams. He helps 2 of Pharaoh's former servants, the cupbearer and the baker, understand the meaning of their own troubling dreams. He predicts the cupbearer will be restored to his position and the baker will be executed. And it happens exactly as he said. Before the cupbearer leaves, Joseph makes a simple plea. "Remember me when you are restored, and mention me to Pharaoh." But heartbreakingly, the cupbearer forgets. For 2 more long years, Joseph languishes in prison, seemingly abandoned by everyone. Then one night, the most powerful man in the world, Pharaoh himself, has 2 deeply disturbing dreams. He dreams of 7 fat cows being devoured by 7 skinny cows, and 7 healthy heads of grain being swallowed by 7 thin heads. None of his magicians or wise men can interpret them. It's then that the cupbearer finally remembers the young Hebrew man in the prison. Joseph is hastily cleaned up and brought before Pharaoh. Standing before the king, Joseph is clear, "I cannot do it, but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires." He explains that the dreams are a message from God. There will be 7 years of incredible abundance in Egypt, followed by 7 years of a devastating famine that will ravage the land. But Joseph doesn't just deliver bad news. He offers a solution. He advises Pharaoh to appoint a wise and discerning man to oversee the collection of grain during the good years, to save up for the famine to come. Pharaoh is astounded. He sees the wisdom and the divine spirit in Joseph. "Can we find anyone like this man, one in whom is the Spirit of God?" he asks his officials. In a stunning turn of events, Pharaoh doesn't just take Joseph's advice, he appoints Joseph himself to carry it out. He makes him the 2nd most powerful man in all of Egypt. The slave, the prisoner, is now the governor, dressed in fine linen with a gold chain around his neck. The boy whose brothers sold him for silver is now in charge of all the wealth of Egypt. Just as Joseph predicted, 7 years of abundance come, and he wisely stores massive quantities of grain. Then the famine hits, and it's severe, not just in Egypt, but in all the surrounding lands. People from all over come to Egypt to buy grain, because only in Egypt is there food. And who do they have to come to? They have to come to Joseph. This is where the story comes full circle in the most dramatic way possible. One day, a group of 10 men from Canaan arrive, desperate to buy food. Joseph recognizes them instantly. It's his brothers, the very men who threw him in a pit and sold him, but they don't recognize him. He's no longer the teenage boy in a colorful coat. He's a powerful Egyptian ruler. Here, Joseph has all the power. He could take revenge. He could have them thrown in prison or executed, and for a moment he tests them to see if their hearts have changed. He accuses them of being spies, puts them through a series of trials, and demands they bring their youngest brother Benjamin to him. He sees their guilt, their remorse for what they did to him all those years ago. He sees his brother Judah offer his own life to save Benjamin, and in that moment, seeing their transformation, Joseph's own heart breaks. He can't maintain the disguise any longer. He sends all his attendants out of the room, and in one of the most emotional scenes in the entire Bible, he weeps aloud and reveals his identity. "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" His brothers are terrified. The ghost of their past has come back as the most powerful man they've ever met. They expect retribution. But what Joseph says next is the core lesson of this entire story. He tells them, "Do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you." He looks past their betrayal and sees a divine providential plan. He says, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." This is the power of forgiveness. This is the perspective of faith. Joseph didn't just forgive his brothers. He understood that even their evil act was woven into a greater tapestry of God's purpose. The story of Joseph is more than just a historical account. It's a timeless lesson in resilience, integrity, and faith. It teaches us that our current circumstances do not define our final destination. Joseph was a slave and a prisoner, but he never adopted a slave or prisoner mentality. He maintained his character and his faith in the darkest of places. It shows us the destructive power of jealousy and the redemptive power of forgiveness. Joseph had every right to be bitter, but he chose to be a vessel for God's grace, saving the very family that had wronged him. Most importantly, it reminds us that there can be a divine purpose even in our deepest suffering. It might be impossible to see when you're in the pit, but God can use our trials to position us for our purpose. Joseph's journey assures us that no matter how forgotten we feel, God has not forgotten us. He is working behind the scenes, turning what was meant for evil into something for our good and the good of many. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through Joseph's life. If this story inspired you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message of hope. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the powerful stories of the Bible. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What part of Joseph's story resonates with you the most? Until next time, stay faithful and look for the purpose in your journey.